Welcome to the XFO Intelligence Podcast. For the past 2 years, the narrative around China's AI sector has been dominated by a single word: sanctions. The assumption was that cutting off access to NVIDIA's cutting-edge silicon would permanently cap China's AI ambitions. But recent strategic moves by pioneers like DeepSeek reveal a different reality. The game has changed. China's AI ecosystem isn't collapsing, it's undergoing a profound phase change. The new bottleneck is no longer chip availability, it is power, physics, and software abstraction. Let's look at the hardware reality. Industry data shows it currently takes about 4 Huawei Ascend 950 chips to match the aggregate throughput of a single NVIDIA Blackwell-class chip. To compensate for lower per-chip density, domestic labs are using brute force scaling, building massive supernode clusters. But this comes with a severe thermodynamic penalty. It requires up to 4 times the physical silicon, exponentially increasing power consumption and cooling demands. We are now entering an era of stranded silicon. Labs will soon have warehouses full of domestic chips they simply cannot turn on because the data center power grid cannot support the megawatt density. The binding constraint has officially shifted from silicon scarcity to electron scarcity. So, how do you scale when you hit a physical power wall? The answer is radical software innovation. DeepSeek is actively dismantling the myth of the CUDA moat with its high-level compiler, TileLang. By abstracting the hardware layer, TileLang allows engineers to write optimized code once and deploy it across heterogeneous backends. In this new paradigm, software is no longer just an IT enabler. It is a thermodynamic multiplier. Because you cannot physically add more racks, advanced software optimization is the only mechanism to squeeze 30 to 40% more useful throughput out of the exact same power-capped footprint. Elite compiler engineers are now vastly more valuable than hardware procurement managers. This brings us to the economics. DeepSeek's aggressive API pricing is structured to recover hardware deployment costs in roughly 10 months. In today's macro environment, that is highly accretive. But make no mistake, this 10-month payback is a weapon. It is only achievable through extreme software and hardware co-optimization. By establishing this rock-bottom price floor, DeepSeek is triggering a margin-crushing API price war. Laggard AI labs that rely purely on buying more chips without the software multiplier will see their payback periods stretch to 30 months or more. The market will rapidly consolidate around the players who master the thermodynamic software stack. So, where is the safest capital allocation in this environment? If the system mathematically requires 4 times the physical silicon to achieve parity, the demand on the foundational manufacturing layer is multiplied exponentially. This makes wafer fab equipment, or WFE suppliers, the ultimate beneficiaries. Leading players like Nora Technology are no longer just standard semiconductor capex plays, they are the root enablers of national AI survival. Regardless of which AI lab wins the API price war, the underlying fabs must scale to feed the brute force machine. Add in the critical need for advanced liquid cooling and packaging, and the supply chain picks and shovels offer the most visible, de-risked alpha in the market. The conventional wisdom of simply buying the fastest chip is obsolete. The new blueprint for success requires maximizing useful tokens generated per watt of power consumed. If you found this analysis valuable, please save this video and subscribe to the XFO Intelligence channel for more deep-dive market intelligence. Are you looking to elevate your firm's market presence? Contact us at xfointelligence@gmail.com for details about our thought leadership as a service. We help institutional clients turn complex data into compelling, authoritative narratives. Disclaimer: the content provided in this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, investment, or legal advice. Market conditions are subject to change, and all investment decisions should be made based on your own independent research or in consultation with a qualified financial advisor.